Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, here to MaxSpeedTV. Tonight, the Salt Flat IROC Series takes on the Tricky Triangle here from Long Pond, Pennsylvania. Home track for myself here, and myself, I mean Roger Muth here in the booth tonight, like always here with the Salt Flat IROC Series to bring you all the action here from the season finale. Tonight's race going to come down to just a handful of drivers all trying to scrap for every last point they can get here this season in the first season here for the inaugural IROC Series here for the Salt Flat IROC Series. But tonight's race, before we go any farther, is brought to us tonight here by somebody I have in the booth with me right now. Tonight's race is brought to you by Donald Bennett. You can catch Donald Bennett over on Twitch right now, streaming from DLB Yankees 41. It is Donald. Welcome here to the booth for the final race of the season.
Thank you, Roger.
Well, Donald, you're out there over streaming on Twitch, I believe it is. Give yourself a shout out here before we go any farther.
I am over here on Twitch at DLB Yankees 41. We race 5 days a week.
5 days a week. A handful of leagues over here on MaxSpeedTV. You can not only find Donald Bennett behind the wheel over on the Twitch side, but you can also find him, right here on the MaxSpeedTV side. Donald, a pretty good season here for you so far in the Salt Flat IROC Series. You joined the series, if I remember correctly, all the way back at the tail end of last season, and you've been back this year with vengeance, having a good season in the early going. Kind of tailed off towards the end of this one, but you still have a strong points championship going right now.
I came in last year very green, just kind of learning the tracks, getting, used to iRacing, and, came into Salt Flat, joined Danny, and it's been fun. I enjoy it. We put a team together with Josiah Millen, myself, and Jason Dobbs, Keystone Motorsports, and we're really looking forward to finishing up this race and moving on to next season and really competing for the team championship.
Yeah, with the three of you drivers, coming together to form one team. I know you know Josiah Millen personally, but Jason Dobbs joining the team halfway through the season. What kind of pickup was that for Keystone Motorsports?
It was, learning, but he's a solid racer. He's run in the top 5 in points for most of the season. I really didn't know him. We kind of went through a series of drivers through the season until we landed Jason, and we are more than happy to have him. He works real well with me and Joe. So
you talk about only your team here, but you talked a brief moment about how you race 5 nights a week. How did you get started into iRacing? What really drew you to iRacing?
Well, it actually started a couple years ago. We started running on Forza, and you guys Cody and Josiah got me into it, and you guys kind of switched over to iRacing, and unfortunately at the time I didn't have a PC, and you were like, hey, you need to come over to this side. I kind of watched you and Cody on another broadcast, and then I was like, well, hell, why sit here and root for you guys when I can get out there and race? And, lo and behold, here I am, almost a year I think it's May. So.
Well, it's good to see you over here, my friend. But hey, before we let you step out of the booth here, what are your goals here for Pocono?
Just a solid run. Hopefully work with my teammates and definitely put on a good show, and hopefully, you never know, maybe pull out a win here at the home track. If not, I would love to see one of my teammates pull it out and finish strong and get into next season and, win a team championship. So maybe some single race winnings and see where we go from there.
Well, Donald, thanks for taking a moment to come up here in the booth. That is the driver of the 31, Keystone Motorsports orange machine out there tonight, going to be Donald Bennett. Donald comes into tonight sitting 11th in the point standings, finds himself just a handful of points, 2 points back from his teammate Josiah Millen, who is 10th right now in the point standings. We'll get to your points here in just a moment, but we do got to give a big shout out to Donald Bennett, driver for the Keystone Motorsports, for stepping up here tonight, being the title sponsor. Anybody that's tuning in out here tonight on the MaxSpeedTV or over on iRacing.com, head on over to Twitch, check out DLB Yankees 41. You can get his in-car camera. You can hear all the team chatter that will be happening tonight with Team Keystone Motorsports. And while we were talking about points, let's just get to those real quick. Your team, or your individual points championship shaping up here tonight. It's going to round out tonight here from Pocono. Jamie Leach right now leads his two teammates by just 20 points. Right there you see Jamie has 380 points coming into tonight. Cody Levitt is only 13 points behind him, coming on a tear of late. And Cole Day, also putting together a string of good back-to-back finishes, finds himself 20 points back from Jamie Leach. So right now it's a deeper, darker dew team, galore up here towards the top. It's just one big train for those three drivers, because they have a 46-point lead right now over Robert Duvendak, who sits fourth in the points. Matt Grobelny has climbed to fifth after missing one early race, did take the provisional points for that one. He sits 50 points back in fifth. He could leapfrog Robert by the end of tonight, because it does not look like Robert Duvendak will be joining us here this evening from Pocono. Jason Dobbs is here. He's 55 points out, so him and Matt could possibly be scrumming it out for the top five here. Tim Smith comes into the night 70 points out in seventh. Danny Valenzuela 77 points out, so that could be a points battle there. And then it's kind of a log jam here for your 9th, 10th, and 11th position. Colton Farrell 103 back. Josiah Millen 107 rounds out the top 10. And the man we just talked to, Donald Bennett, there in 11th, 109 points back. Other points battles going out through the field. But while we're talking about the points championship here, I know we have just a little bit of time here before we get to our qualifying session. Let's see if we could talk to a couple of the drivers from the Deeper Darker Dew team, as they are all sitting here in chat. They are also towards the top of the boards right now. Cody Levitt has the top time, and his teammate Jamie Leach there is second. Cole Day, the other teammate, sits right now fourth on the speed charts. Let's see if we can get a word in. Cody, you got a copy. It's Roger here in the booth.
I got you loud and clear.
Well, Cody, right now you have the quick time out there in practice. Tell us about the track, and what are you looking forward to here tonight?
This is a very draft-intensive track, it seems like. And then also the turns, you have to, be able to drive to make them without hitting the wall.
Yeah,
so
they call this the tricky triangle. All three corners are different, so it's going to take a little bit of a different skill. But you come into tonight, Cody, we just talked about it, 13 points out of the points championship here behind your teammate Jamie Leach. Right now, you guys do lead the team championships by a half a point. So coming into tonight, there's two kind of goals here on the line for yourself. Possibly run down Jamie and win a team championship. Which one's more important at this point?
Honestly, I think the team championship is more important. I would like to see one of us three win. I think it's mathematically impossible for one of us not to, or like either of us. I don't know what I'm saying here, but as long as Deeper Darker Dew wins, I'll be fine.
Well, Cody, good luck out here tonight. Let's see if we can get a word in here with one of your other teammates. I see Jamie Leach out here. Jamie, you got a copy with me too?
Yes, sir.
Well, Jamie, it's been your first inaugural season here with the Salt Flat IROC series, and you have been putting on a tear. Right now, you have that 13-point lead over Cody and then a 20-point lead over Cole coming into this. What do you need to do here tonight to make sure that you crown the champion at the end of this one?
Number one is just be fast. All these guys are extremely fast, and I'm going to have to turn some clean laps and keep my speed up in the corners and see what happens.
Yeah, I saw you out there running some practice laps over the weekend. The 88 car looked like it had a hot setup underneath it. Other than your teammates here tonight, if it comes down to the three of you at the end, what's going to transpire there? Are you just going to stay in a line and go for it and hope that everything works out?
Yeah, I think getting the team championship is going to be number one. Of course, any one of us three winning the championship would be great also, but we're looking for that team championship too.
Well, Jamie, good luck here from Pocono tonight. You're sitting in the catbird seat, 13 points up here tonight, and with the second fastest time here in practice, it looks like you're off to a good start here tonight for yourself.
Thanks, Roger.
Well, there you just heard it from a couple of drivers over at the Deeper Darker Dew. Stable, unfortunately unable to get a word in with Cole Day as he is away from his microphone at the time. So while we continue on here with our pre-race show with just about 2 minutes and 30 seconds, let's see if we can work through a couple of the sponsors that help out the Salt Flat IROC series. Sim Necessities stepping up big here, coming on late at the end of the season. Sim Necessities, your button box plays. Head on over to their Facebook page. Get in contact with Matt Grobowny, who you will see out here on track right now as he runs 10th on the speed charts. Team McMullen coming on board with the Salt Flat IROC series as your premier VA lender. Anybody need a loan? Not just a VA loan, any kind of loan? Head on over to Team McMullen. Actually, you can even talk to one of the gentlemen here in the lobby right now, the 05 tonight of Timmy Valenzuela could be your contact. Next Level Racing has all the sim racing stands, holders that you need out there. Head on over to Next Level Racing and get yourself a wheel stand, a cockpit, anything that you need for iRacing or any kind of sim racing out there. Elfod Motorsports, the shop that you need in the Northeast. Head on over to Elfod Motorsports to get some work done. Don't need any work done to your car, but need a brand new one? Head on over to Elfod Motorsports. They will be able to hook you up with all your vehicle needs. Little V Books. Anybody looking for a little kid's book? Got a little one out there? Head on over to Little V Books. You can find them over on the Amazon store. The Jordan Hen Racing Team out of the Northeast Modifieds Division. We thank them for coming on board. Also, tonight's race sponsor, DLB Yankees 41, over there on the Twitch side. But with just a minute here left in our practice session, we're going to step away from the mics. We're going to get our national anthem played, and we'll be back here to bring you live qualifying action here for the Salt Flat IROC Series season finale from the Tricky Triangle.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Well, welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen. Qualifying has just begun. No times have been entered here for the Tricky Triangle just yet for the Salt Flat IROC Series boys. Right now, though, how about that man right there in that brightly colored O2 machine? That's going to be Craig Schwartz as you see him coming down the front stretch here. He should be one of your first drivers putting in a lap time. We're just going to have to wait and see for these lap times to start rolling in. Well, there you see it. No qualifying attempt made just yet. These guys are on their get-up-to-go laps. This would be Schwartz's first timed lap on First time lap on the clock is what we're trying to get out there. Fortunately, just having a little bit of a stumble. So Craig Schwartz is out there. Let's check on somebody else. How about the new guy out here? Josh Taylor joining the Salt Flat IROC series just not too long ago. Josh Taylor comes down the Long Pond straightaway out the back there. Going to come through the tunnel turn here at Pocono, as they call it. Turn number 2. It's where all the haulers come down underneath there to cross into the infield here for the track. Josh Taylor will make it through there. Now down the short chute, as they call her, into turn number 3. A couple of times starting to roll in right now. Cody Levitt takes that 38 machine there and puts it in P2 on his first time lap around here. We were talking about Craig Schwartz there. He is in that yellow machine. He is P1 right now with a blistering 1 minute and 8 second lap, .331. Cole Day, one of those other deeper, darker dew teammates, he comes across the starting line there in your 3rd position. How about Greg O'Berry? Greg O'Berry, a good short track racer, going to take on this tricky triangle. Yeah, he's used to having to hit the brakes like they're going to have to down into turn 1 and possibly just a little bit of a slab on the brakes there in turn number 3. Greg O'Berry, if you remember right, out-dueled Timmy Smith a while back at the Myrtle Beach Speedway to take home his first victory for the Salt Flat IROC Series. What a race that was for both of those drivers. Greg O'Berry going to come across here to complete his 2 of 2. And he goes second on the board. How about the new P1 here? They're going to be the 707. Michael Whitaker goes to the top of the speed charts. He goes in there with a minute and 8.303. Now Jamie Leach going to leapfrog him. Leach going to take the 88 machine. He's going to insert himself at the top of this order. Macro Belney coming off turn number 3 right now in that green number 4 machine. Where is he going to go? He was 11th on the board. He'll jump up to 5th. Cole Day takes the 37 machine and goes P2. So it's Leach, Day, Whitaker, O'Berry, and Grobelny, your top 5 drivers right now. Colton Farrow out here in this get-her-done red machine. Anybody remember back to last year? Colton Farrow walking away with the season finale win. So he's no stranger to putting that 62 machine in victory lane right here at the Pocono Raceway. Well, everybody tuning in out there, either on the YouTube side or even over on iRacing.com, we welcome you here to MaxSpeedTV, to the Pocono International Raceway for the finale here for the Salt Flat IROC Series. It looks like that's going to do it for qualifying, as Jamie Leach is going to take home your pole. So your points leader going to lead us here to green for the final race of the season. We're going to wait for a couple of these guys to grid up. Before we take you through your starting lineup, we have a long track here tonight and a long distance to cover before we get to go green flag racing. There you see all the IROC starting to grid up here for tonight's race. Tonight's race is 60 laps. It equals out to right around 156 miles. Probably looking at a handful of green flag pit stops. Probably going to be 3 green flag pit stops if we get green flag racing to the end. How about that? Look at all those cars lined up down pit road. All the different colors that they have here. Looks like kind of an Easter egg hunt out here on the pitch, in the pits here from Pocono. 21 drivers registered here tonight. Looks like we're waiting on one driver yet to grid. There it is. Cody Levitt going to insert himself into the starting lineup right there. Looks like all drivers have now taken to the grid as they roll out. We'll start here with our starting lineup. Jamie Leach going to start here, P1 tonight, so he has a great starting spot. Michael Whitaker in the 707 going to have his best starting spot of the season. He's going to roll off there in your second spot. How about Cole Day? He's going to start third. Greg O'Berry is going to take the 141 machine, and he'll roll off in your fourth spot. Fifth spot going to go to the number 4 here tonight of Matt Grobelny. And how about the 02? Craig Schwartz, always one of the drivers to watch out for here when we hit green flag racing. 38 of Cody Levitt out of the Las Vegas area. I got a word from him earlier. You know, he could be Superman or he could just be his own kryptonite here tonight. He'll roll off in the 7th spot. Danny Valenzuela going to take the 04 and start their 8th place. 9th going to go to the 01 here of Josh Taylor. And how about the 99 making his second start here with the Salt Flat IROC Series? Daryl Calder going to start their 10th. 11th position going to go to the number 62 of Colton Farrow. The 97 of William Crossland going to start there in your 12th spot. 13th going to go to the 73 is Skylar Brown. And right alongside him, the dynamic duo that they are, the 000 here of Timmy Smith. Look for them to start working their way to the front real quick. 15th going to go to the 54 here of Orlando Rivera. And how about Vols Nation starting 16th here on the field. 17th going to be the number 2 of Jared Hagerdorn. And starting out back, another one of the Keystone Motorsports guys, the number 40 here of Josiah Millen. 31 of Donald Bennett going to roll 19th. 20th going to be Jeff Berger in the 21. Starting shotgun to the field, the 05 of Timmy Valenzuela. And pace cars down and away. And actually, that's on a quick green flag here from Pocono. We will go IROC racing for the season finale. Oh, Michael Whitaker. Something happened to Michael Whitaker as he is down into that inside wall there early on. Not sure what happened to Whitaker. You saw that blue car dart dead left. Didn't wrap up any of your leaders, but I'm sure it's going to put a big damper on his day as he started in your second spot and fell right back there on the initial start as he smacked the inside wall. Looks like now it's going to be Leach, Cole Day, Greg O'Berry, and Craig Schwartz as they work off turn number 1 for the first time. Day looking here to the inside on Greg O'Berry, coming down the backstretch here, down into the tunnel turn. Looks like Schwartz trying to follow the 37 of Cole Day right along with him. Looks like Day's going to take the position. A lot of jockeying towards the back here. Let's see who that is. That looks like that's going to be. Here comes Colton Farrow looking to the inside here on Cody Levitt. So your front 3 cars are single filed out. Greg O'Berry now having to deal with the number 4 of Macro Belney to his inside. It's a big straightaway here. They do drag racing down the front stretch with supercars when NASCAR isn't in town visiting. Reaching about speeds right around 150 miles an hour down the front stretch. Oh, contact between Greg O'Berry and Matt Grobelny. Grobelny going to get to the left rear of O'Berry. Oh, boy, I saw a purple car in there, ladies and gentlemen. I believe that's going to be one of your championship contenders getting wrapped up into this one. It looks like Orlando Rivera possibly having some damage. Danny Valenzuela smoking on the 04 here on lap number 2. Looks like Josiah Millen in the Keystone Motorsports number 40 also wrapped up in this one. This one might have chase implications, ladies and gentlemen. I believe I saw one of your chase contenders involved too. So we'll go back here on the MaxSpeedTV replay and follow the 141 of Greg O'Berry. You see him, the blue car there to the outside. Macro Belney makes contact with him down into 1. Around then O'Berry goes. He tries to log it down, and then I'm not sure which chase contender that was, but there you see the carnage. Looks like there goes Timmy Valenzuela. He's going to get stopped before he hits his brother. I believe Jeff Bergner also coming to a rest down there on the apron. Oh, boy, ladies and gentlemen, the 38 of Cody Levitt going to be the deeper, darker do guy that has the damage done to that machine. And it does look like the 04 of Danny Valenzuela going to have to come down pit road. He is all sorts of beaten and mangled up at this point. It looks like Josiah Millen going to also come down pit road with him. Greg O'Berry also dog walking that 141 machine, so he's going to come down pit road also. Early race jitters here from Pocono Raceway puts us under our first caution. Out front, though, Jamie Leach so far has led the first 2 green flag laps as he catches up to the iRacing pace car. So right now it's Leach, Day, Schwartz, Grobelny now. Taylor and Brown, your top 6 drivers, actually, because Farrow is 7th, 11th, 8th, Hagedorn in 9th, and Smith rounds out your top 10 as they're running right now on track. It's going to be interesting to see if any of your drivers elect here, because we only had 2 green flag laps if they decide to come down pit road, or if everybody's going to stay out under this first caution. We're about to find out once they start heading towards pit road. And there it looks. It looks like just about everybody coming down. Your leaders, your first 3 leaders are going to come down pit road. Then it's going to be Matt Grobelny staying out. I believe Cole Day, Cody Levitt, Jamie Leach, Craig Schwartz all going to come down. And there is Leach, Day, and Schwartz as they're all down pit road. Millen still sitting on pit road. Danny Valenzuela right now behind the wall. Greg O'Barry also behind the wall in that machine. A couple more takers from the back there. It looks like Jared Hagedorn, Jason Dobbs, Orlando Rivera, Jeff Berger. Here comes Michael Whitaker coming down pit road. So right now we have a handful of drivers, though, that are going to stay out. That's going to be Grobelny, Taylor, Brown, Farrow, Smith, and I believe William Crossland right now, all going to stay out here under this first yellow. Top 5 right now at the top of your screen. Those gentlemen staying out. First man off pit road with, I believe it looks like he just took fuel, possibly maybe 2 tires. Going to be the 0-2 of Craig Schwartz. Jamie Leach will come out behind him, so that'd be 7th for Schwartz, 8th for Leach, 9th for Day. And it looks like the 0-5 of Timmy Valenzuela going to come out there running in the 10th spot. Well, let's see if we can get a word in with a driver who has taken the machine behind the wall. It looks like for right now he's been sitting in his pit box, I believe, for just about 3 minutes. Danny Valenzuela, you got a copy. Unfortunately, it's Roger here in the booth.
Roger, how's it going?
Well, Danny, I believe we're doing a little bit better here in the booth than you are down there on pit road. Tell us how beat up the 04 is.
I got lucky. The required side of things was only about 30 seconds worth of stuff. My optionals, though, I was looking at 7 minutes. So with as long as the pace laps are here, I figure I'll take them, get this car back into the best shape I can, and run her out to the end.
Yeah, it looks like the pack is coming around you once again, so they're going to put you 2 laps down here. 2 laps down and a lot of damage. You think you're going to be able to get up the full song and dance in that 04 machine?
I think I'm going to be quite a bit off the pace. I'm hoping just to another quick caution, finish up repairs, and hopefully run it out from there. I don't know. This track is draft heavy as it is. Any little bit of damage is going to slow me down quite a bit.
Well, Danny, good luck. See if you can get that damage fixed and get the 04 machine back out there onto the racing surface.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
So a lot of early damage here done tonight to Danny Valenzuela. And his teammate right there, though, the number 4 of Matt Grobelny, going to lead us back to green flag racing here because the lights on that iRacing pace car are off. They also have the teammate there, the 73, Skylar Brown, making the race tonight here for Pocono Raceway. A little bit of front-end damage done to that machine, but I don't believe it's going to hurt as you see the cloud cover coming over Pocono Raceway here. A lot of times from Pocono, we get a little bit of rain drizzles when NASCAR visits the track. Not the case here on iRacing, as it's going to be a little bit cloudy, but we're going to keep them right out there on track with racing. No slick or no weather tires needed here tonight. It's going to be all slick tires. So it's going to be Grobelny to the inside, Taylor on the outside of your front row here. Then it's going to be Brown to the inside with Farrow to the outside, Smith on the inside, and then William Crossland going to start there in your 6th spot outside in the blue machine. Coming out of turn 3, we're just going to wait for the iRacing pace car to get off the track, and then we can wind these bad boys up here. 55 laps still to go. Green flag's in the air. It's going to be that long stretch all the way down here until we get to where our camera is faced or pointed in turn number 1. There you see Josiah Millen in the number 40 machine as he goes way down there. He knows he's a little bit off the pace. Cody Levitt way back there trying to catch the draft off of Josiah Millen to try and bring himself back to the front. Well, how about this? 3 wide racing down into 1. Here comes Skylar Brown as he dives it to the inside here on Mackerel Belney. Taylor going to have to give way. So now it's going to be, looks like 2 teammates side by side off turn number 1. Give the advantage right now. It looks like Mackerel Belney has a little bit of advantage, but here comes Tim Smith to the back bumper of Skylar Brown as they work down the backstretch. As they work down the backstretch, it's going to go side by side for about the first 3 rows down into the tunnel turn. The treacherous corner. Mackerel Belney going to slide high as Skylar Brown going to stay down to the inside. Oh, a big wiggle out of the 73 as Skylar Brown as Tim Smith got to the back bumper of that machine. But he got to the back bumper. He made it all a little bit wiggle waggy. He's go down into 3, though. Brown has the advantage. Kangaroo Belney fight back on the outside. Brown kicking up a little bit of the grass down there in turn number 3. The advantage right now going to go to Skylar Brown as he's going to slide up. Mackerel Belney going to go down. He's going to slide down right in front of Tim Smith at the line, though. Give it to Skylar Brown. Skylar Brown going to lead his first lap here from Pocono Raceway. We're going to go back down into turn number 1, though. Switch the spots. Belney going to go to the inside. Brown's going to be stuck on the outside. Off the corner, still side by side down the backstretch. Still side by side for your first 3 rows. Belney to the inside, Brown on the outside. Smith to the inside with Taylor still holding the 01 machine, but he's going to slide high in the tunnel turn. That's going to allow Tim Smith to take the inside. Now Smith's going to have the question, does he go to the outside or does he stay right tucked up underneath Belney to the inside? Answer. It looks like he's just going to try and take it 3 wide. He actually decides at the last second he's going to dive it back down there behind the number 4 of Mackerel Belney. Looking at the back of the field, Cody Levitt has caught the back of your field, but at the front, it's still Belney and Brown as they work side by side once again into turn number 1. How about Jamie Leach in that purple machine? He's sitting right back here in 5th as the sun starts to peek out here back onto the Pocono Raceway. As we talk about Jamie Leach, he's looking to the inside here on Colton Farrow for the 4th spot. Farrow tried to pinch him down there just a little bit, but it looks like Jamie Leach is going to have that inside spot. Here comes Taylor, though, again. He's trying to find a way back around both these 2 drivers. Oh, Jamie Leach gets a little bit of a wiggle there. Let's go back up front, though, because your leaders are still side by side. The battle is still here for the lead. Skylar Brown on the outside. Oh, somebody into the outside wall there off turn 3. You see everybody scatter behind him, but it's a 3-car breakaway right now at the front. Skylar Brown leads the outside lane with Tim Smith right up behind him in the 000. And then it's going to be the number 4 of Mackerel Belney to the inside. It looks like Jason Dobbs, though, trying to make a move back there, and then he had to back out of it before he got into turn 1 because he was looking to the inside there on the 97 of William Crossland. Decided that wasn't going to work out for him because Crossland was trying to find a way around the 31 of Donald Bennett and the 37 there of Cole Day. Green flag racing here on lap number 9, and it's still the 3-car train at the front, if you say train if you want, because it's still the 2 teammates blocking all the racing lanes. Belney gets onto the apron there in the tunnel turn a little bit for the left side tires there. He was able to hang on to the machine as he's going to work side by side once again down the short chute into turn number 3. Down into turn 3, here comes Tim Smith. Jamie Leach is now going to join the party at the front here. Which one of these drivers are going to be able to push the one another and get around these 2 cars to the front here and try and move them towards the back of this field? There you see the battle down into 1 once again. Here comes Belney peeking to the inside. Grobelny, Smith, and Leach all in that inside lane there. Now it looks like Smith's going to go up and tag the rear bumper here of the 73 machine of Brown. See if he can get Skylar Brown around the number 4 of Grobelny. Yes, they are the same color, ladies and gentlemen, battling for the lead. That's what the IROC series is. You may be on the team, but you know what? Go out there, battle it out, race hard. That's exactly what these two drivers are doing at the front of this one. Oh, it looks like Taylor in the 01 machine into the outside wall. Everybody going to scatter. Cole Day going to go to the inside there. I believe that was Colton Farrow. Here comes Bennett also. And here comes Dobbs. Dobbs going to throw that orange Go Vols machine to the inside. Cole Day, though, there in that purple machine fighting there to stay in 6th or take the 6th position. And he's going to take the 6th spot there coming off turn number 3. Cole Day takes the 6th spot, but look at the front. Now it's going to be a 5-car battle at the front of this one. Right now, Brown, though, has the advantage. He led that lap also. Danny Valenzuela going to rejoin the pack here. 6 laps down, running in your 19th position. Now it looks like there's the 4 of Mac Grobelny. He's going to go to the outside because Skylar Brown chose the inside lane there. And that also brought along Tim Smith to the inside. Who's the better dancing partner? You never know. But right now, here comes Tim Smith and that Aquaholics blue machine down to the inside. That Ohio driver mainly spending a lot of time on dirt. Both those two at the front of it usually spending time on dirt. And right now they're kind of out of their range, out of the loop of where they normally are. They find themselves battling here from a 2.6-mile track somewhere in Pennsylvania for the lead. Cole Day starting to run down this front pack here. Right now he's about a second, little under a second behind this lead pack, as he is definitely sucking up on the draft as they still battle it out here at the front of this one. Working on here to lap number 12, and what a battle we've had ever since we went back green flag racing at the front. First it was 2 teammates, now here it's 2 dirt racers with, well, Mac Grobelny. He spends a lot of time on dirt, and now he's trying to work himself to the inside as they come down into the tunnel turn once again. Still side by side here at the front with Tim Smith to the inside, and it looks like he's got the little bit of advantage. That's going to put the 2 teammates there, of Grobelny and Brown, once again side by side coming out of the tunnel turn. As these two go side by side down into turn 3, Jamie Leach is just behind them looking for a spot. Grobelny going to take the advantage, but here comes Brown. Brown looking to throw possibly a crossover off turn 3. Not enough momentum for him just yet. See if he can suck up behind the number 4 and go run down the 000 there of Tim Smith, as he's going to come across the line to lead his 2nd lap out front. As there you see it, Skylar Brown gave Matt Grobelny a great shove down the front stretch, and that put the number 4 to the inside in turn 1. He's going to take back the lead, but here comes Brown because Grobelny leaves the bottom lane open. He slides up a little bit. So Grobelny has it, but here comes Skylar Brown fighting back to the inside. The draft, though, to the outside. Got a 5-car train to the outside, and Skylar Brown's down on the bottom by himself, but here comes Jamie Leach. He's peeking down to the inside to come with him. Right now, Mac Grobelny setting the pace back out front in that number 4. That green machine out front, followed by another green car there of Skylar Brown. So they're going to go single file for the first 2 positions for the time being. But we know Skylar Brown ain't going to settle for just a 2nd place. He peeks to the inside in turn 3. Not enough room for him, so he's going to have to lift a little bit. Try and get the run off. Look at the run he gets through the center of the corner. Here comes Skylar Brown right back to the bumper there off turn 4. Is he going to peek, or sorry, turn 3. Is he going to peek off 3? He just stays tucked up underneath the 4 machine. Doesn't have anybody up on his bumper to help him either, so right now it's going to be the number 4 here of Grobelny crossing the line once again. That's going to be the 5th lap Grobelny has led here out of the 13 green flag ones. And once again, look at that. Skylar Brown back to the inside. These guys keep throwing haymakers at each other every chance they get. Matt Grobelny going to lose the front of that 4-car. He's going to slide up. That will give Skylar Brown the spot. Here comes Tim Smith. Tim Smith's also going to clear the number 4 Grobelny. So now it's Brown, Smith, Leach, Grobelny. Here comes Craig Schwartz. He's just kind of been sitting back here, lurking in the background of that bright highlighter yellow machine as they work down into the tunnel turn once again. And as your leaders keep battling back and forth. It started with a 3-car breakaway. Now it's going to be 9 cars back to your lead pack here from Pocono. Look at that. Your guy who's actually at 10 car breakaway here. The 10th place guy being Cody Levitt, who was involved in that first lap incident with a lot of damage on the front end of that 38 machine, and he's coming back to the front. You see him just tailing the back there right behind the 62 of Colton Farrell in that red Toyota. Donald Bennett has his teammate working with him back here. Remember Donald Bennett over there on the Twitch side, DLB Yankees 41. You can catch him live right now. Go over there, give him a little bit of a like, give him some views, ladies and gentlemen. Tell him we sent you guys his ways. Right now, he runs in that 7th spot there for Keystone Motorsports. A home track for Donald Bennett. Grew up just about 30 minutes south of Pocono Raceway. Right now, finds himself inside the top 10. Out front, though, still going to be Skylar Brown, Tim Smith, Jamie Leach, Matt Grobelny, Craig Schwartz, Cole Day, Donald Bennett, Jason Dobbs, Colton Farrow, and Cody Levitt round out your top 10. And those are your 10 drivers right here inside the pack. There it is, the highlighter yellow machine now working under the number 4 there of Matt Grobelny. Craig Schwartz looking to take the spot away. As you see them all work down the front stretch here. A couple guys trying to snake out to try and break the draft from behind him, but right now, Skylar Brown still has the pedal to the metal. Here comes Matt Grobelny. He's going to dive it back to the inside here on Craig Schwartz down into 1. So they're going to swap positions back once again. Schwartz going to, though, give him a little bit of a bump. Matt Grobelny slides up in front of Schwartz. Schwartz says, hey, I was here. Gives him a little bit of a tap. Those two drivers very familiar with each other. They're used to throwing sliders at each other on Monday nights in a midget league that you can see here on MaxSpeedTV, and they're throwing sliders out here from Pocono Raceway. As now Matt Grobelny going to look to the inside here in the tunnel turn on Jamie Leach. Doesn't look like he's going to have the momentum. Here comes Schwartz again. Schwartz going to go back to the inside here on Grobelny. That's going to be the battle for 4th and 5th. That just shows you how hard these guys are battling. Doesn't matter if it's for the leader or if it's for a 4th place. Schwartz going to try and slide up in front of Grobelny. Grobelny going to tap the brakes just a little bit to try and get the 4-car to turn off turn number 3. Can Grobelny get back to the inside? He does have Cole Day on his back bumper. They separate just a little bit. Doesn't look like he's going to be there this time. Skylar Brown, though, still out front in the 73 machine. See it once again, those two battling back there for the 4th and 5th position. As they battle, that's going to open the door. Cole Day going to try and peek to the inside here and take a top 5. Cole Day there in the purple machine. He's not going to have the run down the long back straightaway here. He's going to settle in for your 6th spot as the time being. Still got those 4 drivers back here. Donald Bennett leading the charge. Jason Dobbs, Cody Levitt, and Colton Farrow. They round out your top 10. They're just hanging on to the back of the pack here. Working lap 17, looking through the timing and scoring your first 2 drivers, Skylar Brown, Tim Smith. They have been yet to come down pit road. We had your pit cycle slotted somewhere around the 20-lap marker as Skylar Brown got real wide there coming off turn number 3. As they come to complete lap number 17 out there, working lap number 18 now, you got to question, when is Skylar Brown, Tim Smith, Matt Grobelny, and I believe it's William Crossland and Colton Farrow, when are those drivers who have yet to pit going to come down pit road? This is a track that you do not want to run out of fuel on. You run out of fuel coming down this long back straightaway here from Pocono, you might as well toss in the towel and call the wrecker, because there is almost no way you are going to roll all the way around this track to come down pit road, get fuel in it, and maintain any kind of track position. Your night's going to be over with. Craig Schwartz, though, still battling it out back here with Matt Grobelny. That's the 4th and 5th position side by side once again. Remember how long Matt Grobelny held Skylar Brown up as they went side by side. Now it's the same thing back here for your 4th position. Schwartz going to slide right up in front of Robelny. I think Robelny may have just got a slight piece of the wall, but how about here comes Tim Smith. Tim Smith looking to the inside here on Skylar Brown because Brown was a little bit out of the groove. Skylar Brown going to be all stuck to the outside. Here comes the 000 of Tim Smith down into turn 1. As Tim Smith comes down to the inside, Jamie Leach in the 88 machine is in tow. And now it looks like Craig Schwartz. Oh, Skylar Brown going to tap the wall a little bit. I believe that's going to be the 0-2 there of Craig Schwartz, who's having just a little bit of connection issues on the outside lane. Possibly why everybody went to the bottom. So now it's Smith. Oh, no! Your championship leader, Jamie Leach, in trouble here. Jamie Leach looks like he just got turned sideways off the front bumper, possibly of Skylar Brown. So your championship leader going to go around here on lap number 19. So 2 championship leaders involved in 2 yellows. Looking at the 88's car, though, it doesn't look like there's that much damage done, if any, actually. We did hear him hit the inside wall. We're going to have to go back here on the MaxSpeedTV replay and see exactly what transpired between those drivers. This is them working off turn 1. There you saw Skylar Brown into the outside wall just a little bit. Let's see if we can go from a chopper camera here. It looks like the 73 comes down, gets a run there from the 37. Oh, just not quite clear as he runs into the left rear a little bit. Jamie Leach does make contact with the inside wall, but he's able to keep going, and I believe then Skylar Brown might have made contact with Donald Bennett. We're going to have to back it up just a little bit here, and then Pete. Let's check out that orange car there of Donald Bennett as all this is going to unfold in front of him. There you see Leach go down to the inside. Brown. Oh, when Brown comes back up, he makes contact, and then Cody Levitt, unfortunately, was right there also, and he found the outside wall. Let's back her up here just a little bit and see if we can get an onboard camera with Donald Bennett. Let's go onboard here. You're riding with Donald Bennett with your Next Level Racing onboard camera. There you see Craig Schwartz there having a little bit of blinking issue. There you see the 2 down there. Oh, just slides up there. Skylar Brown catches Bennett. Well, there's your Next Level Racing on-board camera with Donald Bennett as he was coming into that treacherous tunnel turn when all of it unfolded. So this caution going to come out just in the nick of time for Tim Smith because he's going to be able to bring the 000 down pit road to get some fresh tires and some fuel on that machine. Looks like Skylar Brown, Cole Day, Craig Schwartz, all of them going to come down pit road with him. Everybody on the lead lap will bring their machine down pit road. Jeff Bergner and William Crossland, who pitted 1 lap ago, are going to get the waiver rounds here as they're going to stay out because they were on pit road 1 lap ago, so they'll get the waiver round and come back onto the lead lap. All your leaders, though, hitting pit road right now. Pit stops here for these IROCs or street stocks, whatever you guys would like to call them, tuning in out here, do take just a little bit longer than normal. Right now, everybody's been in their pit stall for, well, over 30 seconds now. First one down and away going to be the 0-2 of Craig Schwartz. Can he come out of pit road first? You see him disappear there, though. Craig Schwartz going to come out first. Cole Day going to come second out of pit road. Then it's going to be the 38 of Levitt, so a lot of positions gained by Cody Levitt. Jason Dobbs going to come off 4th. Tim Smith going to lose a couple positions. He's going to come out 5th. Donald Bennett's shown 6th right now. Jamie Leach 7th. Mac Robelny 8th. Colton Farrow 9th. And Orlando Rivera right there rounding out the top 10. Skylar Brown going to come here from the 2nd position coming into pit road all the way coming out in the 11th spot. 99 here of Darrell Calder going to come out running 12th. Josh Taylor is 13th. Michael Whitaker, who had that early incident, not quite sure. You see a lot of camber built up on that left front there for the 707 driver of Michael Whitaker. Right now, he's shown in your 14th spot. Jeff Bergner right there, and William Crossland right behind him. So the 21 of Bergner and the 97 of Crossland, who came down pit road one lap before the yellow came out, got trapped a lap down. So they will get the wave around. I believe that's also going to be the 5, or that's the 05 technically of Timmy Valenzuela. Actually, he'll be getting the wave around also. So that'll leave Josiah Millen in the lucky dog spot. We'll see if Millen gets the lucky dog. There's your leaders catching up to the back of the field. Craig Schwartz, cold day, as Craig's still trying to figure out why his internet connection is a little bit wonky right now. Yeah, Rick, these cars do look pretty sweet. Let's see if we can get a closer look for you. How about that? The old IROC-inspired paint schemes out here. Remember how the old IROCs back in the early 2000s, the late 90s? Heck, if I remember right, I think the IROC series actually dates all the way back into the 70s, well before my time. But they always had the iconic name down the door onto the rear quarter panel of the car, and you see it right there, the 37 of Cold Day. Heck of a paint job that these guys produce out there. All the league sponsors on the car somewhere. A lot of them on the side. A lot of them on the rear deck lid also. Believe we have a rear deck lid camera somewhere around here. There it is. Little V Books, Team McMullen, Sim Racing Studios also on board there. Salt Flat IROC series right here on MaxSpeedTV. How about that? So these guys working right now, lap number 22 under our second caution flag of the day here. First caution flag coming out on lap 2. Looks like a couple of your leaders possibly coming down pit road. Looks like Craig Schwartz, Cold Day, and Cody Levitt along with. I believe they're going to bring somebody else down pit road. Who is that? That's going to be the number 4 of Mackerel Bellany and the 62 of Colton Farrow. Because I believe we got the 1 to go signal. Yes, we did. 1 to go. That's going to put Jason Dobbs to the front of this field here. Go Vols Nation. We do got to give a shout out to Jason Dobbs there, the driver of that 985, or Jason Griffith, as a lot of people know him as. Jason had a baby not too long ago, so congratulations to Jason on his newborn as he leads tonight's race here from Pocono Raceway. So when we go back green flag racing here, it's going to be Jason Dobbs to the inside, Timmy Smith on the outside, and then aqua-colored 000 machine. How about the 31 of Donald Bennett right now, tonight's sponsor of the race. Donald Bennett, catch him over there on Twitch. DLB Yankees 41 as he races 5 nights a week here on iRacing. Plays a variance of games throughout the week. Also, when he's not racing, he'll start there in third with your points championship leader that was spun there on this caution flag. He now runs in your 4th spot. That's Jamie Leach in the 88. Skylar Brown going to start the 73 machine there in your 5th spot, and Orlando Rivera in 6th. That's your top 6 drivers here, and we're waiting to go back green flag racing here from Pocono. Waiting on the pace car to come off turn 3, turn 4. What? No, turn 4 here at Pocono Raceway. It's the tricky triangle, and there goes the iRacing pace car for pit road. And back to green flag action we all go. Josiah Millen going to pull the 40 off out of the racing line as he is underpowered in the number 40 machine out there just trying to get as many points as he can. Right now, though, it's going to be Dobbs and Smith, a drag race to turn 1. Down into turn 1, Jason Griffith going to try and slide up in front of the 000 of Tim Smith as he works off turn number 1. And Dobbs did get there. It looked like he was clear, but he's going to drop down, going to try and pick up his teammate there of Donald Bennett and make a Keystone Motorsports freight train here in the Keystone State. As they come down that big long pond straightaway. It's going to be side-by-side action once again. Dobbs to the inside, Smith on the outside there. How about that? Look at Craig Schwartz slice and dice his way through the field. He's already up inside the top 10 after making a late pit stop there under the yellow. He runs right now in your 8th position. Look at Dobbs there in the orange machine, getting a little bit of the grass, trying to hang on to it. Dobbs had never turned a lap here at Pocono Raceway till Saturday night. Saturday night, the Salt Flat IROC Series does their testing with the league. He came out and turned his first laps ever from Pocono, and right now he finds himself out front, battling it out with his good old buddy there of Timmy Smith there outside him. You can always find those two drivers somewhere. If Timmy's here, that you can find them near each other, rubbing up on each other, just trying to make each other better, as they say. Off turn 1, they're still side by side. It looks like an 8-car breakaway at the front of this one. Craig Schwartz in the highlighter, yellow car being the last one in line here for your breakaway front pack. You got 2 packs formed right now, this one up front, and then another one led by the 37 of Cole Day. He's a little bit farther back. Remember, under our last green flag run, though, we did have a 3-car breakaway, and then the entire field at one point had caught back up to the leaders. Right now, though, Tim Smith out front, Jason Dobbs there second. Skylar Brown is up to third already. And then it looks like Donald Bennett going to hang on to fourth right now, but here comes Jamie Leach, and along with Jamie Leach is going to be the 54 of Orlando Rivera, and Orlando, a strong competitor all the time. And here comes Skylar Brown. He's going to dive down to the inside here on this long front stretch and try and get to the inside here on Jason Dobbs before turn 1. And as they enter turn 1, it looks like he's trying to go for the 2-for-1. He showed the inside nose there underneath the 000 of Tim Smith. Tim Smith going to wash up the track. So it's going to be now Skylar Brown out front. Jason Griffith, Jason Dobbs racing. Jason going to try and make it 3 wide down the backstretch here. As it was 3 wide racing for just a moment. Looks like Tim Smith going to back out of that one. He's going to settle for third right now. There goes single file down into the tunnel turn. As they work down into the tunnel turn, everybody single file for your first 8 positions. Matt Grobelny now leading this second group back here because Matt got around Cole Day coming out of turn number 1, and that put Cole Day to the outside. Now he's battling with the 62 of Colton Farrow here in turn 3. Down into turn 3, it looks like Cole Day going to lose another position, but now that's going to put 2 teammates nose to tail. That's going to put Cole Day and Cody Levitt nose to tail here, running in your second pack. They put down some blistering times in practice when they got hooked together. The question is now, can they get hooked together and catch the front pack and try and get back into your top 5? Out front, still going to be Skylar Brown, Tim Smith, Jason Dobbs, and here comes Dobbs. He's going to look to the inside off 1 now. Seems to be one of those areas where you can make a lot of room or a lot of ground up on people. Down the backstretch, you see them all start to fan out in the back of the field there. They're all jockeying for position 2. Dobbs, though, going to find his way back in line there, running third. Not quite halfway. In just a couple of laps, we'll be halfway here for the season finale. And right now, Jamie Leach, even though he spun under that last yellow, well, he was the spinner in the last yellow, doesn't look like too much damage actually done to the 88 as he's still hanging on here in 5th place ahead of the 2 guys that he needs to here tonight. And see if he can hang on to that. There for a moment when Jamie Leach was spinning to the inside, we thought it was going to spell disaster for the driver of the 88. But right now, everything's calm, cool, and collective in that camp. The battle rages on here for that second position between Tim Smith and Jason Dobbs. They keep tossing it back and forth. They don't know who wants what. Right now, though, Tim Smith looking to the inside. Oh, a little bit of a brake check there. Dobbs going to have to hit the brakes. He's going to slide high. Here comes Donald Bennett looking to the inside through the tunnel turn. Can Bennett work his way around Jason Dobbs and take the third position? What does Bennett have in the bank here tonight? Can he bring it to the front and battle with Tim Smith? How about Skylar Brown? Can he battle with him? He's about to find out as he's trying to get to the inside here on Jason Dobbs. They're going to go side-by-side racing down the front stretch. It's going to be one long drag here to the front, or to the turn 1. As they drag race down into one, it's still going to be side-by-side action for your third spot. Jason Griffith looks like he actually might have the advantage as Craig Schwartz is right behind Donald Bennett, going a little bit lag switched. So Jason Griffith's still going to hang on to that position as they work off one. So it's going to be Brown, Smith, Dobbs, Bennett, Leach, Schwartz. As Schwartz is looking to the inside here on Jamie Leach, he'll fall back into line. As these guys were running single file there for a while, they actually pulled a 3-second gap back to this group. This group right now, since they started battling up front, have gained just a little bit. It's just hovering right under the 3-second. Now it's back up to 3 seconds. But Matt Grobelny is towing this second group. That's right. They're even battling back here for the 7th and the 8th position. Orlando Rivera is trying to hang on here. Ooh, almost contact with, I believe that's a 62, the red machine there of Colton Farrow. That's going to scatter the group just a little bit. Now they're 3.5 seconds back. So as these guys rage on battling back here and your leaders stay nose to tail, they're starting to pull away. And as we talk about battling on, here's Tim Smith. Once again, slides up the track. Racing Jason here, trying to bring the 985 back to the inside. I don't believe he's going to have the momentum. They're going to tuck up back behind him down the backstretch. As they work through that tunnel turn there, once again, you see Craig Schwartz just tagging the rear of this little freight train that can be. He's kind of the caboose. He's bright like the caboose, and he is lagging all over the place. Going to come by this time to complete lap 30. Will be halfway. Skylar Brown looking to be the halfway point leader here from Pocono. So at the halfway point, it's Skylar Brown out front. Tim Smith there second. Jason Dobbs is third. Donald Bennett hanging on to fourth. Jamie Leach is fifth. Craig Schwartz is sixth. And then it's back here in this battle for the 7th position. Right now it's Grobelny in 7th, Farrow 8th, Rivera 9th, Taylor is 10th. Day and Levitt run 11th and 12th for the other two championship contenders. Back to the front camera here, and they are still single file racing. At this point, I'm calculating they've been out there for 10 laps. Your leaders have been. So they can go about another 10 laps. I'd put them at lap 40. They should still have to make one pit stop. If they can stretch it, they might be able to hit lap 60 without pitting again. So right now we're still in a one pit stop strategy, I believe. We'll have to see when anybody comes down pit road and when they do. Skylar Brown going to slide here off turn number 3. He was able to get down, though, in front of the 000 of Timmy Smith, so he'll hang on to the lead. I don't believe your leaders out here really are trying to battle, as they've just been staying single file. Now they hold almost a 5-second lead over that back pack there, starting with Matt Grobelny still leading that field. Craig Schwartz still having his little bit of a blinking issue. Let's go back and see the field behind these gentlemen. Matt Grobelny running there in 7th. They're still side-by-side back here. A lot of times when we head to the bigger tracks, side-by-side action actually is a little bit quicker, I believe. Oh, how about that move there? That's going to be the 38 of Cody Levitt squeezing there to try and get around Orlando Rivera. Rivera trying to dice back into line. He wants to find a spot and run with these guys, but they hung him out to dry there and wrung him out. Cody Levitt going to go to the inside here on the 62 of Colton Farrow. Farrow runs there in the 8th position. Levitt wants it. Levitt may be playing its go time as he's got his teammates still on his back bumper. Cody Levitt still has Cole Day there in tow, so now it's going to be Grobelny, Levitt, Day, and I believe still to the outside, there's that red Toyota. Because now it looks like Cole Day going to jump to the outside. He'll bring Orlando Rivera with him. Battle rages on back here. There you see your leaders out in front. They were just single file trying to pull away. Almost a 6-second lead now for those guys. As, oh, something wrong with Cole Day there. You saw a big wiggle out of that 38 machine, or 37 machine. They're going to go 3 wide. Oh, Colton Farrow is around. Colton Farrow, and I believe that's the 01 of Josh Taylor making contact. Farrow into the outside wall. Have to go back here on this replay and see what happened with the 62 of Colton Farrow as he was battling here for the 7th position. Let's see, there's Colton on the outside. Let's see what happens here. It's 3 wide. Oh, he hits the wall. And Taylor had nowhere to go. Because next thing he knew, Colton Farrow, after bouncing off the wall, was in the front bumper of that machine. Let's see if we can go back a little bit farther here. Maybe we can get on board with Josh Taylor. Riding on board here with the 01 of Josh Taylor. You see he had to lift coming through the tunnel turn just a little bit. There's the 62 in front of him. 62 just hits the wall. Taylor hits the brakes and then thought Farrow was going to hit or gather her up, and he went back to the throttle. But that's what your next level racing onboard camera shows here on lap number 34. Another caution flag gonna wave here. So now the real question is, you can go about 20 laps, 22 maybe laps on fuel. Well, ladies and gentlemen, get your calculators out because you're gonna need them here to finish this one off. Working lap 34, you're gonna see all your leaders come down pit road. There you see one driver still sitting on pit road. That's going to be the number 2 of Jared Hagedorn, who's still in the event, just sitting in his pit stall, not able to go anywhere just yet. I believe Cody Levitt actually stayed out there in the 38, and he did lead a lap, because I believe he beat your leaders to the start-finish line. There you see everybody throwing the rear ends of these IROCs into the pit stalls. So Cody Levitt playing some strategy here, going to pick up a point in your championship hunt, but the question is, who's going to be the first guy off pit road with 4 tires? Remember, long pit stops. I believe they put 1 lug nut on at a time here for the IROC series, as it looks like the 02 of Craig Schwartz going to be the first one to drop the jack. The question is, where is he? Where is he? He's off pit road by a mile ahead of everybody else. Then it's going to be the 000 of Tim Smith. And then I believe Cole Day, Macro Belney, and then Jamie Leach. After that, then it's going to be Orlando Rivera, Donald Bennett, Michael Whitaker, and Jason Dobbs rounding out your top 10 off pit road. But that's the man they're all chasing. The 38 of Cody Levitt has elected to stay out here. So he'll take a bonus point for leading 1 lap. As we're just over the halfway point here from Pocono Raceway for this season finale here for the Salt Flat IROC Series. Season number 1, the inaugural kickoff. Well, this is the inaugural final here for the IROC Series. Coming into tonight, Deeper Darker Dew. The team Deeper Darker Dew, which involves the guy who's out front right now, Cody Levitt, Cole Day, and the 88 of Jamie Leach all came into tonight within 20 points of each other to take home the championship. As you see, the 38's going to surrender the lead. He will come down pit road after he led a lap here, and he will take on 4 fresh tires and a full tank of fuel. We're going to step away here from Pocono Raceway, and we will be right back here to bring you more live racing action here for the Salt Flat IROC Series at Pocono Raceway.
Growing up as a kid in Oklahoma, where I'm from, the Chili Bowl is the biggest race that we have. The Chili Bowl has kind of been my favorite race of the year. Growing up a dirt racer in Oklahoma, that's kind of the holy grail.
Motor Speedway. Will it be Tim Hogan? It's going to be Christopher DeMary at the line.
Well, welcome back here to Pocono Raceway. The lights on the pace car are off. We're going to go back green flag racing, and Jamie Leach is going to be your leader. I believe Orlando Rivera slotted to start there second. Donald Bennett is third, with Jason Dobbs going to be fourth, third and fourth. There goes the pace car here. Going to go back green flag racing. There it is. Green flags in the air. And you see everybody single file. That's because they all came back down pit road electing to take fuel. Jamie Leach going to get a great start. It looks like Donald Bennett going to look to the inside here. Can he get a little help from Josh Taylor there in the 01 machine as they come down the front stretch towards turn number 1? Bennett has the inside advantage right now on Orlando Rivera. Can he make it stick though down there in the 31 machine? Off turn number 2 is this, or turn number 1 is the sun is glistening down here onto the track. Orlando Rivera, Donald Bennett still side by side here. Down into the tunnel turn for the 38th time here from Pocono tonight. Who's going to have the advantage? Jamie Leach has one heck of an advantage right now. He leads by over a half a second over the field. Can he run away and hide at this point? Orlando Rivera going to nose out the 31 of Donald Bennett right now, and Jason Griffith runs there in your 4th spot. But here comes Taylor as he's looking to the inside to try and take that spot away from Jason Dobbs. Coming to complete lap 38, Jamie Leach leads the way. The battle, though, for the 4th position. 4th position right now held by Dobbs, but how about here comes the 000. Tim Smith going to make it 3 wide down into turn 1. It's going to be Smith. Looks like Taylor there in the middle. Crossland going to take the high lane, and looks like Tim Smith going to come out the 2 for 1 before they come out of the first corner. That's going to be the 37 now of Cole Day trying to make the 3 wide pass. He has the 02 machine of Craig Schwartz behind him. Those 2 drivers trying to come to the dance. Oh, Taylor is around. Taylor around off the front bumper of William Crossland. William Crossland, and I believe that's going to be the 01 of Josh Taylor, stuck on each other down into the tunnel turn. I'm going to have to back it up here on the MaxSpeedTV replay and see what transpired between those 2 drivers as they came down the backstretch. It looks like maybe Josh Taylor just kind of moving up just a little bit, making contact with William Crossland, and then they kind of got hooked together as they came to a stop then in turn number 2. Let's go back just a little bit and see if we can get the onboard camera footage with William Crossland. There's your onboard with William Crossland. You see them, they just get stuck together there and just didn't come off each other until they came to a rest. Next level onboard camera there, being carried by the 97 of William Crossland. So William Crossland going to tag the rear of the field here. Jamie Leach, though, that lead that he had, erased. Crumble it up, throw it away. So Jamie Leach leads the way here on lap number 40. Wondering what your leaders are going to do here. They've been out there for, I believe it's right around 4 laps since we were under yellow last time. So the question is, do you come down pit road or do you save enough fuel here under this yellow flag that you won't have to? It looks pretty clear what Jamie Leach is going to do. He's going to come down pit road, and he's going to bring a lot of people with him, but I believe the man that's going to stay out, that's going to be Tim Smith. Tim Smith going to stay out there in the 000 machine, and I believe he is the only taker possibly that's staying out. I believe we might have one other driver staying out, and that looks like William Crossland going to stay out here in the 97 machine. All your other leaders down pit road for their final stop as you get the 20 to go marker. And a race off pit road, though, going to be won by Craig Schwartz, then Jamie Leach, Cole Day, Matt Grobelny, Timmy Valenzuela coming to join the lead lap crew inside the top 10 for the first time here tonight off pit road. Timmy Valenzuela going to bring, it says 5 on his car, ladies and gentlemen. I do realize that, but that is driver 05, Timmy Valenzuela. Colton Farrow going to slot 8th after pit road. Jason Dobbs 9th and Donald Bennett 10th. Cody Levitt is 11th. Skylar Brown came down. He is going to be shown in your 12th spot there in the green car. Josh Taylor, after getting tangled up, he's going to be shown in your 13th spot. Michael Whitaker, after the lap 1 start-finish line incident he had, he is running right now 14th, still on the lead lap with a bunch of damage. He's still out there turning laps, trying to make something of tonight. Darrell Calder, though, has the number 99 machine shown in your 15th spot. Orlando Rivera is 16th with Josiah Millen back on your lead lap as he runs in 17th spot with a torn up number 40 machine. Danny Valenzuela back out on track, but shown right now 4 laps down. Jeff Bergner has retired from this event along with the number 141 of Greg O'Berry. Both those drivers loaded up. Tough, unfortunate season endings to their season. So the lights on the pace car are still on out here tonight. Once again, though, we do thank everybody here tuning in tonight, whether it be over on the iRacing.com page or here on the MaxSpeedTV YouTube page. We do thank you all for tuning in here tonight to watch this season finale here for the Salt Flat IROC Series right here from the Pocono Raceway. Right now, you see the man that's out front, the 000 of Tim Smith. Well, while we're here under caution flag, we got to thank our sponsors once again here for tonight's race for Salt Flat IROC Series. Sim Necessities coming on board. All your button box needs, gizmos, gadgets, head over to Sim Necessities on Facebook and get in contact with Matt Grobelny. He can definitely hook you up with some cool gadgets. Team McMullen, your premier VA lender loans. Not only VA loans, any kind of loan. Head on over to Team McMullen. Talk to Timmy Valenzuela that's driving out here tonight, and he can hook you up. Next Level Racing has all the racing needs you need. Whether it be a wheel stand, a shifter stand, they have it. A sim cockpit, they have it. A motion rig, that's right, ladies and gentlemen, they have it for you. Next Level Racing. LFOD Motorsports can get you hooked up with fixing your car or, well, putting you in a new one. Head on over to LFOD Motorsports. Little V Books, you need any kind of a book? I know sometimes I need one. How about a little book? A little book for little kids. Little V Books over on Amazon.com. The Jordan Henn Racing Team out of the Northeast Modified Division from the Grandview Speedway. And also tonight's sponsor for this event, DLB Yankees over there on Twitch. Donald Bennett right now runs the number 31 machine in your 8th spot. A couple of guys coming down pit road right there. Looked like that was the 37, a Cold Day, Cody Levitt, and Craig Schwartz. Possibly a little bit of a tandem draft back there. Going to have to keep an eye out because we're going to go back green flag racing with just 17 laps to go here in tonight's season finale. So it's going to be Tim Smith, William Crossland, Jamie Leach, Colton Farrow, and then it's going to be, I believe, Timmy Valenzuela, then Mac Robelny. A little bit of a cloud cover right now rolling in here for Long Pond, Pennsylvania, here at the Tricky Triangle. See if the sun comes back out here tonight, or maybe it's going to stay cloud covered and we can get a little more grip as the asphalt starts to cool down here for the final 17 laps of this event. So let's see if we can turn these bad boys loose one last time here. See if we can go green to the end. 17 laps to the end. Tim Smith trying to snag himself another victory here before the end of the season here for the Salt Flat IROC Series. And right there it is, the green flag waving once again here from Pocono Raceway. Tim Smith going to lead us back to green, and he got a great start over William Crossland. So as they drag race, you see the sun starting to peek out. The pack is already formed. Right now, it's Tim Smith out front. Jamie Leach to the inside right on the bumper of Tim Smith. And look at them all scatter through the field as Colton Farrow went up the track. Timmy Valenzuela had to go all the way up the track, and Donald Bennett also kind of got shuffled up. Timmy Valenzuela, I think, bounced off the wall a little bit, but how about the three-wide racing at the back? Craig Schwartz trying to bring the highlighter yellow machine to the front here after taking that last second pit stop under caution flag. Oh, contact, Cold Day sideways. Cold Day making contact with, I believe that was the 54 of Orlando Rivera, shot him sideways. It looks like Cold Day, though, going to gather it up. He's going to stay on the loud pedal here. He'll come down into turn 3. Right now shown 13th. His teammate Cody Levitt shown 14th. Jamie Leach, though, leads the way for Team Deeper Darker Dew. Right now, though, that means nothing because the man out front, Timmy Smith, as here comes the 88. Jamie Leach going to look to the inside here. Jamie Leach, as they go down into turn 1, is going to be side by side with Tim Smith. Where will Mac Robelny go? Because he has racing Jason behind him. Jamie goes to the inside, and he'll make the pass on Smith. Robelny going to look to the inside here also. So now it's Leach, then Smith, and then Grobelny, then Dobbs. Down the backstretch, they're going to come into the tunnel turn. Maybe Mac Robelny going to be able to jump to the inside here on Jamie Leach. Leach going to slam the door into the tunnel turn. Jamie Leach has now been to the front. He is setting sail, and here comes racing Jason. Jason Dobbs, where is he going to go? He gets to the back bumper of Mac Robelny coming down the short chute. Gonna see 15 laps to go here from Pocono Raceway. This time by 15 laps to go. The herd of turtles, the Skittles that fell everywhere, are about to start rolling around here. Well, they're not going to start. They are really rolling around. Oh, look at Craig Schwartz making moves. Schwartz diving to the inside there. William Crossland. Crossland not knowing where he is. Schwartz going to give him a little bit of a tap going down into 1. Crossland holding his line. Here comes Schwartz. Schwartz going to dive it to the inside. Crossland's going to give him the spot, but he's going to sit right there in the quarter panel. William Cross and Craig Schwartz battling for the 6th position. Schwartz going to take the inside lane coming off turn number 1. Does he have the momentum as you see him blinking in and out just a little bit? Right now he's shown just a little bit of a head right now in timing and scoring from William Crossland, but Crossland going to hold that inside or that outside spot. Craig Schwartz going to throw it into the tunnel turn once again. It looks like he's going to clear William Crossland, but Crossland might throw the crossover down the short chute. Crossland not having the momentum off the tunnel turn, so he'll slide now into your 7th position. Schwartz going to hang on to 6th. Out front, though, still going to be Jamie Leach, but Leach is going to slide a little bit off turn number 3. they come once again. 14 laps to go. Matt Grobelny all over the tail end of Jamie Leach. Grobelny going to look to the inside this time. Does he have enough run? Does he have the momentum? Can he get there? It looks like they're going to go side by side into turn 1, so that's going to shuffle Jamie Leach out of the lead. Leach going to have to take the high side. Tim Smith going to take that position also. Can Leach get back to the bottom, though, before Skylar Brown brings the 73? So right now it is a 7-car breakaway here. Matt Grobelny leading the way. Timmy Smith there second. Jamie Leach is shown third. Here comes Skylar Brown, though. He's going to take the third position because he's going to put Leach on an island by himself outside. Now here comes Craig Schwartz. Schwartz going to go to the inside here on Leach and try and take the fourth position. Schwartz has Jason Dobbs all over the rear end of that O2 machine. And as they go down into the corner, Skylar Brown going to jump down there in front of the O2 machine. A little bit of a bump there to the back bumper of that car. Look at the racing that's going on out there. At the line this time by with 13 laps to go. Going to be Matt Grobelny, but here comes Skylar Brown. He's going to look to the inside. He's got Craig Schwartz now pushing him down the front stretch. So it's going to be two teammates once again battling it out here at the front of the pack. Brown to the inside here in turn 1 over Grobelny. Brown looks like he might have a good spot, but here comes Craig Schwartz. Schwartz now is going to push the number 4, as now it looks like he's going to drop to the inside and push Skylar Brown. So now Schwartz back to the inside. Can't decide who his dancing partner is going to be, but he better pick one because here comes Jason Dobbs. Dobbs going to stick to the back bumper of the O2 to the inside lane. Tim Smith, who was just leading a handful of laps ago, right now is shown back into your 5th position as these two gentlemen are back out front here still. Here comes Craig Schwartz. Schwartz going to show the bumper to the inside. They are 3 wide into turn number 3. 3 wide into turn number 3. Who's going to give? It's going to be Grobelny to the outside. Brown in the middle. Schwartz going to hang the inside lane. Here comes Brown. He's going to try and throw the crossover move on Craig Schwartz. Down coming off turn number 3, though. It's going to be this time at the line. Give it to the O2, but here comes Skylar Brown. He's looking to the inside down the front stretch. Craig Schwartz still having a little bit of connection issues. I'm sure it's playing a little bit of havoc with the number 4, Matt Grobelny. Into turn 1, though. There goes side by side. Brown to the inside. Schwartz on the outside. Grobelny right behind the number 02 there of Schwartz. As they all battle it out, a couple of those guys starting to reel them in. Cody Levitt and Cole Day have been nose to tail for a handful of laps, and they're starting to reel in this front pack. So if we stay green flag racing, they might actually end up catching your leaders here before the end of this one. Now Matt Grobelny going to leave the back bumper of the O2, and he's going to go to the inside here with Skylar Brown. So he'll put your two teammates to the inside, battling here in the late going. Oh, looks like a little contact that time through turn number 3 there between the 4 of Grobelny and the O2 of Schwartz. They're used to beating and banging. At the line, give it to Skylar Brown, Craig Schwartz, then Matt Grobelny and Timmy Smith. Craig Schwartz looked for a moment like he was going to dive to the inside. In the last second, he decided not to, and then Matt Grobelny filled the hole. And now it looks like Schwartz going to... Oh, Schwartz had to hit the brakes there. He almost was into the back end of the number 4. That might put him 3 wide going down the back stretch here. 3 wide did not happen because they don't know where the blinking O2 machine of Schwartz is. Right now, though, Matt Grobelny going to go to the inside here on Skylar Brown as they work into the tunnel turn. Ooh, contact between the 4. 4 and the 73 making a little contact through the tunnel turn. As they go down into the corner once again, side by side. Skylar Brown to the outside, Grobelny on the inside. Schwartz still running there in your 3rd spot, and then right behind him going to be the 000 of Tim Smith. Tim Smith, though, going to pull to the inside and possibly think about getting around the O2 there. It looks like the 000 is now to the inside here on Schwartz, as Schwartz almost made contact. Schwartz almost made contact there with the 73. Skylar Brown leads them down the backstretch once again into the tunnel turn, but Grobelny has the inside advantage. Door to door here for your front two spots. Craig Schwartz still hanging to the outside there with that blinking neon yellow car. You see him just going in and out, in and out, in and out. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see at the flag stand this time by 9 laps to go here. And two teammates still battling it out. It's been the kind of same song and dance all race long. Through turn 1 there, you see Matt Grobelny kind of slide up the track just a little bit. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's coming down to the nitty-gritty. Who do you have there in chat? Who are you pulling for? Can it be Matt Grobelny pulling one out here from Pocono? How about Skylar Brown? How about Racing Jason that's hanging in back there? Oh, contact to the outside wall for Schwartz. Schwartz going to put the blinking O2 machine into the outside wall. Going to lose a little bit of momentum. How about Jamie Leach, your points leader coming into tonight's race, hanging right there in your 6th spot. Not really duking it out for a win just yet, as, oh, there goes Matt Grobelny making a little bit of a slip there coming through turn number 3. Eight more laps around the Pocono Raceway, and look behind them. There is Cody Levitt and Cole Day. They're just back here hanging out right now, 2 seconds back, as they are battling with William Crossland. Donald Bennett right there also hanging on to the top 10. There you see your leaders still side by side. I don't know how many laps, ladies and gentlemen, tonight they've been side by side. But I can tell you we are well into the double digits here. And Tim Smith leaning on Craig Schwartz as they come through the tunnel turn. As they leaned on each other at the tunnel turn, so did the number 4 of Grobelny and the 73 of Skylar Brown. As now Schwartz going to work back to the inside here onto the back bumper of Matt Grobelny, sitting in the 3rd spot. Grobelny really sends it off into the corner. Contact actually between the two leaders. They may be teammates. They may have the same paint, but they're all racing for the same real estate out there. They want to walk away. This is the season finale from Pocono. They want to be the guy that can say, hey, I won the last race. They want the bragging rights to go into the offseason. Nobody's going to start to give an inch. Craig Schwartz, though, has been probably one of the most aggressive drivers out there tonight. He's been to the back. He's been to the front. He's been back to the back again, and now he's out front. Caution. Caution out. Looks like William Crossland has gone around in the 97 machine. William Crossland off pace here with 7 laps to go here from Pocono. Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, hang on to your hats as we take back here on the MaxSpeedTV replay. Things are about to get real interesting here from Pocono. Donald Bennett, William Crossland drafting down the front stretch. What went wrong here? We're going to find out. Hang tight. Let's see what the camera shows us. 3 wide for these drivers. Bennett backs off going into the corner. Oh, it looks like maybe Cody Levitt thought he could dime in the corner just a little bit, and William Crossland was there. Crossland looks like just a simple little bit of a slide. iRacing, though, throwing the yellow flag for that one. So that's going to bring out our yellow flag here. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to get a 1-lap shootout here for the season finale here at Pocono. If you thought the racing has been good so far here tonight, well, you're about to see what a 1-lap shootout can really mean. So as they run right now, let's check in on your championship contenders. That's going to put Jamie Leach, who came into tonight as your championship leader, 13 points over Cody Levitt. Levitt runs right behind the 88 of Jamie Leach. There's, you see, 3 of the teammates actually, they're just going to line up nose to tail. There's Leach. He's shown in 6th. Day right behind him in 7th, and Levitt right now runs in 8th. So your top 3 coming into tonight are running right now nose to tail. They're not just running here tonight for a individual points championship. They're coming into tonight running right now for a team championship too. And all 3 of those drivers in the early going, well, before we came on live air here, and even when we did come live, we did get to speak with 2 of the 3 drivers. They said the team championship was probably more important to them than winning the single points championship, the individual driver championship. And right now, the advantage actually is tipping towards the the green team. I was wondering if we were going to be coming down pit road there or not. Matt Grobelny and Skylar Brown for a moment thought and faked everybody like they were going to come. Nobody really bit except for the guys towards the back like William Cross and Orlando Rivera, Michael Whitaker, Daryl Calder, and Timmy Valenzuela. But as we were talking about the team championship, right now the tip of the hat would have to go, the little bit of a nod would have to go to that green team as they have the top 2 positions, so they would get an extra point. Then again, if we finish right now under caution, this team back here, they would not only walk away with the team bonus point, but they'd probably walk away with just a little bit of an advantage here tonight as they're going to finish, if they would finish right as they are now, they'd end up getting another bonus point for the team championship point standings. But, ladies and gentlemen, the race isn't over. We got 5 to go. We will go back green flag racing with 1 attempt here to finish it under green flag circumstances. Matt Grobelny leads the way. Skylar Brown is 2nd. Craig Schwartz 3rd. Jason Dobbs there runs in your 4th spot. Timmy Smith is 5th. Jamie Leach is 6th. Cole Day 7th. Cody Levitt 8th. Donald Bennett 9th. And Colton Farrow right now sits there in your 10th spot. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we also do hope that you enjoyed the race here tonight. We know it's not over, but before we go any further, we got to thank you for tuning in here once again on the MaxSpeedTV iRacing, or MaxSpeedTV YouTube page, or over on the iRacing.com page. We can't thank all of the viewers for tuning in here enough, as you know, these IROC boys put on one heck of a show week in and week out. Unfortunately, this is the season finale here, and they're going to be off the air for just a little while. But hey, go ahead and give the thumbs up button a little bit of a tap there. Give it a thumbs up if you like what you see here with the cars. And go ahead and hit the little subscribe button so every time that somebody here on MaxSpeedTV goes live, you get the notification. Going to come across the line. The lights on the pace car are going to stay off on. We're going to step away for just a moment. We would talk to a driver here, but we don't want to interrupt them coming towards the closing laps of a championship race. So we'll be back here from Pocono to bring you more green flag racing to finish off the season here for the Salt Flat IROC Series. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You see it at the top of the screen. We're going to go back green flag racing with 2 laps to go here to decide, excuse me, losing the voice just a little bit here in the late goings of this race. We're going to decide who's going to take home the victory here from Pocono Raceway, and we're going to decide who's going to walk away tonight as the champion. Don't leave just now. Matt Grobelny leads the way with Skylar Brown next to him. Then it's going to be Craig Schwartz, Jason Dobbs. Then it's going to be Timmy Smith and then Jamie Leach. Right behind Leach, it's going to be the 2 competitors in the championship, Cody Levitt and Cole Day. It's going to come down to who can outduel who here on the green-white checker finish. What a better way to round out your season than with everybody bunched up here going for the win in the last race. Lights on that dreaded iRacing Mustang pace car are off, and he's going to make the left-hand turn. There he goes. Green flag's in the air. We're going to drag race it once again down to turn number 1. You see everybody. Look at them all fan out down there. It looks like they're all but 6 wide. You even got one guy down there. I think Danny Valenzuela blew up that number 04 machine. So right now it's going to be Skylar Brown with the slight advantage into 1, but now it's going to be Matt Grobelny as he has the inside lane. Grobelny to the lead here. Craig Schwartz pushing on the back bumper of the 4. Down the backstretch, where is Craig Schwartz? As Schwartz Rees appears there to the inside of the number 4, Matt Grobelny. Down into the tunnel turn. For the second to last time, contact between your 2 leaders. Craig Schwartz going to take the lead here, but Kenny, hang on, because here comes the 000. Oh, into the wall. Jason Griffith has turned around. Griffith has turned around, and the caution lights are going to fly. We're going to end this one here under caution. Looks like Craig Schwartz right now, though, shown as your leader with Timmy Smith second. And I believe it's going to show Matt Grobelny right now in your 3rd finishing spot, with Cole Day coming back to finish 4th, Skylar Brown 5th. That's your top 5 right now, but we will stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, because I believe also Jamie Leach has been turned around, and the 88 machine is blown up here. Oh boy, we're gonna have to go back and take the MaxSpeedTV replay and see what happened to involve Jamie Leach. There you see Griffith gets into the outside wall. Oh, Bennett and Leach get tangled coming off the corner. Bennett's upside down on his lid, and Jamie Leach motor is expired. And I believe Jason Griffith here trying to help out a teammate to get back on his wheels. He does help Bennett get back on his wheels. We're going to have to back it up here quite a bit, though, to see what happened. Let's go on board here with Donald Bennett. Well, there you see it, just someone into the outside wall and just a chain reaction. Bennett didn't see that Leach was trying to check up, and into the back bumper he went, and then Bennett ends up on his lid. So there's your Next Level Racing onboard camera with Donald Bennett, as there you saw the teammate of Jason Dobbs there turn him back onto his wheels. So it's the final lap as they come off turn number 4. Craig Schwartz going to dive and try and trick everybody like he's going to go down pit road, but, well, we all know better. Craig Schwartz not going to bring her down pit road, but he's going to be the winner tonight here from Pocono Raceway. Craig Schwartz and his awesome internet connection here tonight. Gonna park the O2 machine in victory lane once again at Pocono. Ladies and gentlemen, hang tight. This might take just a little bit longer than normal to figure out who your points champion is. We know who the winner of the race was, and, well, he's out here doing victory donuts. We're gonna have to see where Jamie Leach is gonna slot in with his teammates. In the meantime, your ticker results will scroll across the top here, and we'll be back to tell you who won the championship. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the tally is in, and we're get to your points championship winner here for the Salt Flat IROC Series. Right after a couple interviews here, that's right, we're going to keep you in the suspense of who won. Was it Jamie Leach? Was it Cody Levitt? Or did Cole Day with that out-of-nowhere fourth-place finish come and snag your points championship title away? We'll get to that in just a moment, but before we get there, I got your tonight's race winner here in the Team McMullen victory lane. Craig Schwartz, you put the O2 back in victory lane again, my friend. What is the magic here in the late going of the season? You just show up out of nowhere and Parker again.
I don't know, man. It's just been working out lately. It's been a lot of fun. Been running up front, and it just keeps working out.
Whatever you have been eating for breakfast, I think everybody at this point wants a bowl. You could probably make your own cereal. Could you imagine the type of season you would have had, though? I know we asked you the same exact question last week. If you would have made every event here for the Salt Flat IROC Series, where you could have been tonight, you could have possibly been in that points championship battle.
Yeah, definitely. I think it would have been up there. You know, it would have been cool to try and go back to back too, but yeah, it just didn't work out. Just with the schedule, just school comes first, and just have to deal with that. I'm just glad I got to come here, have some fun, win a few races, even though it wasn't in points.
Yeah, so I believe with your win here, though, it will propel you inside your top 10, but unfortunately it's not going to be a championship, my friend, but there's always next year.
Yeah, we'll definitely be back, so hopefully just bigger and better things come for the league, and just we'll come back and we'll keep supporting it.
Well, Craig, we're going to cut you short here, though, but who helps you out on the number 02 machine to park you in the Team McMullen victory lane all the time?
I'm definitely got to thank the Deeper Darker Dude team. You know, been with them all year, just getting to talk to them throughout the race really helpful, and wouldn't be half as much fun without them. So thank them. Thanks to all the guys who put on the league. It's a great league. Have a lot of fun when we come over here. MaxSpeedTV for broadcasting. Then just all the sponsors of the league itself: Little V's Books, Team McMullen, Sim Racing Studios, Next Level Racing, BLB Yankees 41, Elfod. Just can't thank them enough for helping out the series and trying to make it bigger and better every week.
Well, there you heard it from Craig Schwartz once again, parking the O2 in victory lane here for your Team McMullen victory lane celebration. But I also caught up with this man right here, the 000 Tim Smith. You battled up front in your top three all night, but tonight only a second place car.
Yeah, definitely didn't want to see that caution come out there at the end. But like you said, I ran up front all day. Had a hell of a season here. Picked up a couple wins. Ran up front almost every race. So all in all, I suppose a decent night.
Yeah, decent night. You look like you were working pretty hard there with the 73 of Skylar Brown towards the end of this one. Was there communication between you two drivers trying to see who could help who?
Yeah, we were working together a little bit. I was more following him. I had to save fuel. Everybody kind of caught me with my pants down there at the end. Everybody, I guess my math was off a little bit. I didn't realize I needed to pit one more time, but I ended up staying out, so I couldn't be in the lead, even though I restarted that after the second round of pit stops, I restarted out in the lead. I knew I couldn't stay out there because I had to save. My buddy Skylar, I've known him for a while on here, so figured he was the best person to try and help at least, you know.
Yeah, so two dirt guys coming over here, occasionally beating up on the Salt Flat IROC series. What's it about these cars that you like that, you know, you're able to wheel them into the top three all the time?
I don't know. They're just they're big and they're heavy and they don't have a ton of power, but they don't have a lot of tire either. So they're kind of a handful to drive. Honestly, this asphalt stuff's a lot harder than driving on dirt to me. It's just a lot of fun. Do big track stuff over here, and then we go to some bull rings. These cars are just a blast to drive.
Well, Tim, you parked the 000 here into the second place podium finishing position here tonight. Who do you got to thank for that?
Everybody over on the dirt side for all the support they gave me at Casey Kane Racing, wickedcushion.com for sponsoring all the racing I do. Everybody on the Salt Flat side, they have an awesome league. Just ton of fun coming over here. Shout out to those guys, you guys up in the booth, all the sponsors that put this whole deal on. I really appreciate it.
Well, there you heard it from Tim Smith. He brought home the 000 there in P2 here tonight. But also, how about the guy who had a good run here? He comes home in your third position, Matt Grobelny. What did you need there? You battled up front. You led 11 laps here. What did you need here to finish her off?
I just needed a little more skill. Honestly, I tried to block Craig there on that last restart, and then coming out of one, he blinked a little bit on my screen, so I didn't really see where he was, and he just got his nose under me. So instead of wrecking us all, I just gave it up, and then next thing you know, there's a caution.
Yeah, it's not the way you really wanted to see this one end out. You wanted to run it to the end with all the amazing racing we saw at the front. You and Skylar Brown all night long, side by side. Tell us about being able to run side by side, and every time you got to turn one, it seemed like you guys just decided to switch inside to outside.
Yeah, I mean, racing with Craig there early on in the race definitely boosted my confidence for side by side, because it was he dove in one, I dove in three, and then we just kept going lap after lap side by side. And then Skylar came by, and then me and him 1 and 2, we were the same thing, just side by side race, and we weren't really switching too much, but it was definitely a tight race up there.
Yeah, it was probably some of the best racing we saw all year here on a unique track. One of the most unique that you guys came to on the schedule. Were you looking forward to coming to Pocono, or was this one of those tracks that you just kind of were like, are we really going to a three-turn track?
Just being one of my local tracks, I definitely enjoyed coming here. Other than that, I know last season where we ran here, we all had a good run, and I almost pulled away with the win there at the end, but it was the same thing. Caution came out and ended the race too early.
Yeah, but tonight, the caution did come out again and ended the race early, but you're going to walk away with a third-place finish here tonight, Matt. Well, we got to give you a shout-out, though, before you give your shout-outs. You got us the points here pretty quickly, so we're going to unveil them right after we're done talking with you. But who helps you out on the number 4 machine?
I got to thank my teammate Danny Valenzuela out there. Got to thank Colton Farrow, and then got to thank our sponsors, Little V-Books, Team McMullen, Sim Racing Studios, Next Level Racing, Donald over at DLB Yankees. If you aren't following him on Twitch, head over there and follow him. El Fod, Sim Necessities, and then all of you at MaxSpeed, and especially Skittles out there in the chat. I don't know if she made it tonight, but can't thank her enough for all she does out there.
Well, there you heard it from Macro Belney, giving him shout-outs. A third-place finish here tonight for Macro Belney. It's a solid finish. It's not the finish he wanted as he led a handful of laps, but taking home a top 3 position here. Ladies and gentlemen, now it's the time that you've all been waiting for. You've been sitting here quietly, patiently trying to find out who could possibly be the points champion walking out of Pocono Raceway here. It came down to 3 drivers, all 3 from the same team. They had one goal in mind here tonight coming in. It was to win a team championship. At this point, they didn't care which one of the 3 walked away with the individual championship. They wanted to go out and battle for a team championship, and they did it. The team Deeper Darker Do going to walk out of here as your team points champions, as they ended up beating, I believe it was the Weist team by 1 full point. They came in with a half-point lead tonight, and they're going to walk away as the team championship. So congratulations to them. But your points championship, we have him in the booth here with us. Jamie Leach, congratulations, my man. You're the champion here for the first original season for the IROC series.
Hey, thanks, Roger. I'm still trying to take it all in here. I can't believe it.
Jamie, we talked to you early on in the season, and, you were kind of really drawn towards the Salt Flat IROC series because, well, you remember watching, the True Value, the Crown Royal IROC series go to Michigan International, one of the, your local tracks for you.
Yes, sir. That's really what got me started in racing, and it was just great to see all the top drivers all on the track mixing it up.
And now you can add your name to a list of being a champion because, my friend, you snuck out by the skin of your teeth here to win this championship. You came out. Do you know how close you were to losing your points championship when you came spinning off the turn 2?
I really thought at that point that I had lost it. I didn't think that I had enough of a lead being out of the race to actually make it.
The official point standings came down to 3 points. You won the points championship over your teammate Cody Levitt by 3 points. Cole Day, who's going to come home third, who's also one of your teammates, only 9 points back. So you guys were all right there. And I couldn't imagine what was going through your mind at the time when you're spinning off two, knowing that you only had a slim margin of error coming into tonight, and then just spinning. And then we pulled you in the booth here after the race. You had no idea you had won, and you could just hear it in your voice when I said that you had won. It's just one of those things. Tell us about that feeling, though.
Well, it started off as the biggest low when I went into the wall and blew the engine. So at that point, I thought I lost. And when you let me know that I had won it, I really couldn't believe it. I was just extremely happy.
Yeah, extremely happy. Well, Jamie, congratulations once again, though, for being your points championship. Next year, you're going to get to do it all again here with the Salt Flat IROC Series, though.
That sounds good. I'm ready.
Well, Jamie, congratulations once again here from us up in the booth. Next year, though, you're going to have to do it all again. You're going to have to battle with the likes. You etched your name, though, with Craig Schwartz being the second actual champion for Salt Flat IROC Series. But good luck, and congratulations once again.
Thanks a lot, Roger. I really appreciate it.
Well, that was your points champion, the 88 Jamie Leach, wrapping up your points championship here from Pocono Raceway, just edging out Cody Levitt by 3 points. That was one heck of a season, though, here for all the drivers in the Salt Flat IROC Series. So for the last time, we appreciate all the viewers tuning in here on YouTube or over on the iRacing.com page. We're going to sign off here for the final time here in the season. Congratulations once again to Craig Schwartz for winning the race and Jamie Leach for being your Salt Flat IROC Series points champion for Season 1.